How many liters of a 20% acid solution should be mixed with 80 liters of a 61% acid solution to make a 45% acid solution? Let's write down some numbers that come from the problem. 0.20 is the concentration of cup 1. 80 is the amount solution of cup 2. 0.61 is the concentration of cup 2. And 0.45 is the concentration of the bucket. We must apply the equation amount solution times concentration equals amount of acid to all three containers. As long as we think about it this way, instead of pouring one container into another, it's easier to rethink of this problem as if the contents of two cups are being poured into an empty bucket. So here's a diagram that includes the numbers that have already been provided in the problem. Okay, then taking a look over here at the at cup 2, we can apply the equation amount solution times concentration. That'll give us the amount acid here, 80 times 0.61. We don't know really any of the other quantities and want to use as few variables as possible, and we could use an x right there for the amount of solution in cup 1. I should comment that we are using x to represent the amount of solution or the amount of liquid in cup 1 and not the amount of acid in cup 1. Now with x being the amount of solution in cup 1, 0.20 being the concentration for cup 1, we can multiply those two things together. 0.20 times x, either order you multiply, that'll be the amount of acid for cup 1. Then recall that the amount of solution or amount of liquid from one cup and the amount of solution from the second cup, when we dump them into the bucket, that will be the amount of solution for the bucket. So we'll have x plus 80 as the amount of solution for the bucket. Similarly, we can now apply the concentration equation one more time here. So we'll have x plus 80 times 0.45. That's where we get this amount acid being 0.45 times the quantity x plus 80. And then we can actually get the amount of acid in this bucket another way. We can add the amount of acid from cup 1 and the amount of acid from cup 2. So notice at the bottom we actually have the amount of acid for the bucket written in two different looking ways. I say two different looking because when I say two different ways, that sort of sounds unintentionally misleading. These look different, but they are actually the same. And if they're the same, that means we should set these equal to each other. So we'll set these equal to each other, and now we have an equation to solve. On the left side, I'll distribute 0.45. The second term of 80 times 0.45 I just wrote in the other order. And then it looks like both sides of the equation in this new equation have two terms on each side. I'd like to get all of the terms with x on one side, so I will subtract things on both sides. And then now that all the terms on the left have an x, let's factor out an x on the left side, do nothing to the right side. And then this number that's in parentheses on the left side, we can divide by that number on both sides. So there we have x. Recall that x represented the number of liters in cup 1, the total amount of solution in cup 1, and the question was about how many liters total cup 1 should be. Just to put the original question here, it was how many liters of a 20% acid solution should be mixed with 80 liters of a 61% acid solution to make a 45% acid solution. So as an answer to that question of how many liters of a 20% acid solution, we have this number cited just earlier, what x was. That number, this fraction, 80 times 0.61 minus 80 times 0.45, all divided by, in the denominator, 0.45 minus 0.20. That number of liters of the 20% acid solution should be used.